Namaste, Hamisha Khusro Bhatia. Myself, Dr. Gaurgupta, Assistant Professor, Department of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. In previous sessions, discussed about different criminal methods and therapeutic methods of abortion. Today, we'll discuss evidence of abortion. So, what are the evidence of abortion in the livings? In the living, abortion cases approaches to doctor either when a woman alleges abortion after a blow or quarrel in order to inflict severe penalty on the accused, or when a woman is charged with abortion but wishes to conceal it, or signs of injury to the abdomen or body and any disease predisposing to natural abortion should be noted, or the sign of recent abortion are essentially those of recent deliveries but they depend on the length of pregnancy. The signs are modified depending on the time that has passed between abortion and examination. In abortion, during the first 2 or 3 months of pregnancy, the signs are ill-defined and consist of hemorrhage, slight softening of external os and vaginal walls, and slight enlargement of the uterus, which disappears in few days. The breast changes of pregnancy in the case of primipara are useful. During the fourth and fifth month of pregnancy, the hemorrhage is more marked and the internal os may admit a finger. The os is not injured in abortion of less than 6 months of pregnancy. The genital organs are much softened and texts of membrane must be found in the uterus. The general condition of the genital tract and the injuries can be made out by visual examination with a speculum. Vaginal canal may show erosions or laceration. Cervix may show marks of vellculum, forceps, fissures, or laceration indicating use of an instrument. Post-mortem evidence of criminal abortion or evidence of criminal abortion after death. Criminal abortion should be suspected when the deceased is pregnant, and deeply cynosed, or instruments to procure an abortion or abortifacient drugs are found at the scene of death, or the underclothing appears to be disturbed after death, or fluid, soapy, or blood stain is coming out of the vagina. The evidence of criminal abortion is obtained from the victim's or deceased medical history and her whereabouts prior to death, the clinical or autopsy examination, and the examination of aborted material if available. Abortion by drugs. The gastrointestinal tract must be examined for the evidence of irritant poisoning. The urinary tract should be examined for signs of inflammation, such as might be produced by cantharides or turpentine. The vagina and cervix should be examined for erosions and inflammations due to the local application of irritant and caustic substances such as phenol, lysol, mercury chloride, potassium permanganate, arsenic, formaldehyde, etc. A necrotic pseudomembrane may form in the vagina and severe damage to cervix may occur. In case of instrumental abortion, signs of injury to the abdomen or body may or may not be present. Peritoneum, pelvic organs, and floor are examined for punctures, ruptures, hemorrhage, or inflammation. If embolism is suspected, the presence of air in the large veins and in the heart should be looked for before the organs are removed. The uterus may be crepited and bubbles may be seen under the serosal surface or even under the parietal peritoneum of the pelvis. On opening uterus, gas bubbles may be seen in the wall of the placental bed. Sometimes foreign bodies may be found in the genital tract, which should be preserved. If abortion stick has been used, excoriation, bruising, or perforation of the upper part of vagina or uterus can occur. Gross injury when present indicates lack of skill or knowledge of the parts. Infection if present is suspicious of interference. unless the fetus is macerated or products are retained. In uterine infection, uterus becomes swollen, spongy, and discolored. The serosal surface may be brownish, and endometrium may be wrecked, foul-smelling, and even purulent. Sign of septicemia may develop with an enlarged soft spleen, prominent lymph nodes, and hepatorenal failure. In extreme cases, the kidney may show bilateral cortical necrosis. In case of abortion by syringing, there may be fluid in the vagina and soiling of clothes. The mucus plug in the cervix is usually displaced or disintegrated. Corrosion or tissue damage may be seen due to the use of antiseptics. The cervical canal may be dilated and injured. Foamy red or dark red fluid may be seen between the uterine wall and fetal membranes with parietal detachment of the placenta. The injected fluid enters the uterine sinusoids under pressure, and the fluid and bubbles of gas can be detected in the venous system, extending from the sides of the uterus up to the right heart. Then right side of the heart and the superior and inferior vena cava and pulmonary conus contains foamy blood and the ballooned out and have a characteristic plastic feel. When fetal venous air embolism has occulted, the inferior vena cava, uterine, ovarian and pelvic veins present a beaded appearance due to the air within their lumens. Perforation may occasionally result. In self-induced cases, the woman may be found dead in a posture consistent with the recent use of syringe. The cause of death in abortion can be, in case of immediate death, it can be vagal inhibition, air embolism, hemorrhage, fat embolism, amniotic fluid embolism, and rarely poisoning. In case of delayed death, onset within 48 to 72 hours, it can be septicemia, pyemia, confined local infection and toxemia, general peritonitis, and tetanus. In case of remote death, jaundice and renal failure, bacterial endocarditis, or pulmonary embolism can be the cause. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.